What's going on, guys? Spool and A3 back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over everything that I have on my Audi A3 and then rating them 1 through 10 in two categories. One being like coolness, and two being effectiveness, meaning gains, numbers. What does it actually do for my car? So let's get right into it. Up first on this list, we got the integrated engineering cold air intake. As far as coolness, I'd rate this like a good 7 out of 10. It sounds great. It looks pretty damn good, especially like this part right here. It's all nice and powder coated. Real nice unit right there. So that'll get a 7 out of 10 on the coolness. And then as far as the effectiveness, I'm gonna give that like a good 8.5, 9. You gain a lot of throttle response out of it. You get into boost quicker. You get a bunch of other, nice things. You get IETs drop. Your intake air is gonna be cooler. So, I'd rate that a good 8.5 on the effectiveness for that. Let's get into the next one. The next one is going to be the integrated engineering turbo inlet pipe. You can't really see it back there, but the intake feeds into the turbo inlet back here. And what that's going to do is make sure that, your boost is spooling quicker. You get a lot more flow into the turbo because the stock inlet pipe, I believe, is 2.5 or maybe 2.25 in like diameter. That is it's either 3.5 or a 4-inch diameter. So you're getting almost double the air. So, there you'll see horsepower gains, maybe 5 to 10, especially if you're tuned, you'll gain probably closer to that 10 number. But yeah, so as far as coolness, it's not going to get anything great. Probably like a 5 because it does have an engraving on it. It says IE. Sorry, I'm a little sick. But as far as usefulness, it's going to get a 9. Quicker spool, larger airflow, which I didn't mention on the intake too. You get that on the intake, larger diameters, so you flowing more air. And you have actual real gains when putting that on. It's not just a sound mod. So yeah, we'll get into the next one. Still in the engine bay. The next one is going to be our GFB DV Plus diverter valve. Go Fast Bits diverter valve plus. All that's going to do is let you hold boost into the next gear. You're holding more boost than the stock diverter valve. So say your stock diverter valve, you're at 16 pounds in the middle of second. You shift into third, that's going to drop down to, say, 7 pounds. With the DV Plus, you're going to go from 16 to like 12. So you're actually faster in the next gear. So therefore your 0 to 60, your quarter mile times, whatever you're into, faster. Coolness, it looks really nice. It's a nice anodized like black right here, and it's got some nice like shiny pieces, but nothing great. I'll give it like a good 5. As far as usefulness, 10, because of what I just said. You're holding more boost into the next gear. That's giving you more horsepower into the next gear, essentially. So yeah, GFB DV Plus. Overall, probably about a 7. On to the next. Next, we're at the back of the car. I'm not gonna get a great angle of it, honestly. So we have our Borla S-type catback exhaust. Right now it's on the single, but you can't really see much under there. But so far we're at the single tip. That'll be in a new video soon. We're gonna be changing that out on quad tip. But yeah, so as far as like coolness, 10 out of 10. You know, you get a great sound out of the car. I'll put some sound clips up. But you also get, you know, great deceleration, pops, you know, you get the pops, burbles, whatever. And this is on a stock tune. This is a stock tune car. So you're seeing all those pops and burbles that everybody gets tunes for out of just a catback. So I think it's pretty worth it. As far as effectiveness, it's going to get like a 4. I mean, you're freeing up exhaust flow, but you're not really gaining anything. So yeah, Borla S-Type. Overall, probably about a 6. On to the next. Staying on the exterior of the car, the next one we got is, of course, the wheels. 18 by 8.5. Audon or Aodon. AH11s wrapped in a 235/40 18. Looks, I mean, just look at them. They're beautiful. But as far as effectiveness, I've seen a pretty good amount of effectiveness out of these because they're on a wider tire. So you're going to see better grip, better handling. It's on a wider tire. You launch it, it hooks pretty well. So looks, we're going to go 9 out of 10. Effectiveness, I'm going to go like 6. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 overall. Yeah, I mean, you're not really going to see much gain out of it besides traction. But looks wise, complete game changer over the stock ones. So big, you know, not a must do for MQB guys, but I would definitely recommend it. Changes the entire look of your car. So definitely do that. Definitely. We're in the interior now. Nothing crazy. You just got, you know, a little back seat down. When it's not like gutted or anything. The only thing that's somewhat gutted is the trunk. I just took out all the sound deadening, so it's nothing crazy. But this mod is more of a it'll help you out if something bad goes wrong. Or if something bad happens, I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's gonna be this right here, dash cam. I know my wiring is not good. I need to get that done. But I got the rear one too, you can see. It'll just protect you, God forbid anything goes wrong. So definitely a must do for any car, not even just these cars. Coolness, like a 4. Effectiveness, probably about a 10. Because like I said, you know, if God forbid you rear end somebody and it wasn't your fault, you can just show them the video, be like, oh, this dude was stopped in the middle of traffic. And I know, of course, I'm going to hit him. You know, I can't, you know, but, or whatever the case may be. But, yeah, that, the dash cam, and this thing. This is a phone mount. As you know, these Audis have really stupid vents, like really dumb vents. There's no way you're getting a phone on here. So all you got to do, and I might make a video on this if you guys want to know how to do it. You just pop these little vents off. You can just use like a credit card or some, and then you just slide this plate behind them, and then you pop the vent back on. So it's super easy. So yeah, you'd be like, pop, take that, slide, pop, done. That's it. Took me like 15 minutes. I can make a video if y'all want to know how to put it on. It's no big deal. but it's nice to have, especially if you're like going on a trip and you want your maps. Like I remember my first trip in this car, I had to have it down here and I could barely see my phone. I was driving 4 hours from home. So I didn't know where I was going. Um so that is definitely a huge game changer. Um just make sure y'all safe with it. Don't be on your phones while y'all driving. Um but other than that, that probably wraps it up for all the mods I got on my car. So yeah, um we'll just recap a little bit. So just recapping, we got the IE intake. That'll get about an 8 all the way, for overall. Um, the IE turbo inlet pipe, that'll get about a 9. Um, then we got our GFB DV Plus. That'll also get about a 9. Then coming to the back, just to recap for you, got the Borla S type cat back. That'll get a 10. That's definitely worthy a 10 overall in my book. Um, then we got the wheels. That is absolutely getting a 10. My favorite thing I've ever done to this car, by far. Next, we got the dash cam, like a 6 overall. Then we got the phone mount in here. That'll get about a 5 overall. But yeah, that was just a recap of what we went over. If y'all have any questions about anything that I have on my car, don't be afraid to ask in the comments. Make sure you go to northlineperformance.store to get your merch. We got stuff like, if I can get it, bro. Stuff like this. Beautiful, nice hoodies. We got stickers. We got t-shirts, shorts. I'm thinking about stocking hats. They're a little more expensive, but just let me know. Make sure y'all go to northlineperformance.store. Check it out. Yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.